Folks, here they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. All the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
For a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Play action. Now it's Brady. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Fournette, a first down carry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Brady. This one swung out to Vaughn. And the ball pops out. Vaughn fumbled it. And this is picked up by the Browns. There he goes left side. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football. But any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too. But it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely. They did all of that and more.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll drop to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next the score, Browns 14.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Second and 9 now from the 21. Brady going to throw. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And all the way down to the 29.
Let's go.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Looking to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talking about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
Touchdown, Browns!
Anthony Schwartz.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a give to Fournette. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Brady to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is taken in by Njoku. Touchdown! David Njoku on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but
he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, right, Coach. Thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
McLaughlin now to kick this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
He'll let one go deep for Howard.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. A handoff to Fournette. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second down, back to Fournette.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette.
Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
Koo now for the point after.
And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Browns 27, Buccaneers 22. Young Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Check, lucky. Check 26, check 26.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vita Vea in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Buccaneers' 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Brady. And his throw is incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady dumps it off to Fournette. And some room to roam now. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
They're quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this 4th quarter.
This game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
They run it again with Chubb. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now back to throw. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's made plenty of plays throughout this game, pressing the ball downfield to the tune of 4 touchdown passes. Was shooting for a 5th there. That one came up incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Right there. 54, right there.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. To throw is Brady. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Fournette on the counter. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Brady to throw. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Brady. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Second and 10. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's second and 10. Back to throw. Completes to Njoku. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done.